gaming can become quite expensive, but it doesn't really have to be. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how you can get your games on a PC usually, but this will work on some other platforms as well, how to get them for as cheaply as possible without breaking its bank. This method will include checking out for the best prices and also finding the places where you can buy the keys for as low risk as humanly possible. So let's start with the simplest one and the most obvious ones, and then get to the more complex and complicated ones. Full disclaimer here, every single way that I'm going to be teaching you here is fully legal. We're not going to be going through stuff that is illegal or that is breaking the terms of service of Steam or any other services, and those are the things that usually work for every region everywhere. Also, this video has absolutely no sponsors and no affiliations with the services that I will be talking about in this video. And the method number one and most obvious and most useful one is to wait for the Steam sales. But there is a caveat here. Even if you're gonna go and find the games on sales, you really don't know if that is a good deal or not, because you might not be actually getting the deepest discounts. So for that reason, we'll be using the service called SteamDB. SteamDB is basically Steam's database. And if you go there and search for the games, you'll actually see all the different prices for that games. But what you will also see the lowest recorded prices, and you'll also see the different prices at different times. So basically, if you see the game on 20% discount, you can check whether it is the deepest discount it has ever gone or not. If it has never gone lower than 20%, that means that for now at least it is a good deal. But if you see that this game goes on discount every month or so and the discount is like 60, 70, 80%, you understand that 20% discount is not actually a good deal and it's better for you to wait. You can check this directly through SteamDB, or you can actually install it as an extension, so when you go on Steam, but only through the browser, you'll be able to see an actual deepest prices. Also, technically, that's not all that SteamDB is actually doing. SteamDB is actually showing you different updates, how long it has been since the last update of the game, and stuff like that. It also shows you how many people are playing online right now, what is the 24-hour peak, what's an all-time peak, how many followers does this game have, etc, etc. It's actually pretty useful if you like buying games on Steam. But let's say that you are impatient. You want the game right now and you want to get it for as cheap as possible. And of course, the best way to do so is to third-party key resellers. But there is an important thing that you need to know. Not every third-party key resellers can be trusted. Almost in every case, there's some shady business going with third-party key resellers. So you actually need to know what to look for and what to do in order to get the keys for as cheaply as possible. And for that reason, I highly suggest you to use a service called gg.deals. This is not sponsored. I'm not affiliated in any way. I don't know anyone from there. This is just a website that I myself use. gg.deals is basically an aggregate of third-party key resellers. Basically, it collects information from all those third-party key resellers and just giving it to you. But you actually need to learn how to use it. So to use it, go to gg.deals and search for the game that you want to buy. It's very simple. What you will see is a bunch of different info, bunch of different prices, bunch of different bundles, bunch of different packs and things like that. What you need to take a look at is two different things. First is official stores. These are the stores that are selling official keys of the game, and usually those are a bit more expensive. It's lower than the Steam's base prices, but still it's a bit of expensive, but you're basically safe that you're getting the key that you want. And also you need to take a look where those keys can be activated, whether it's a Steam key, Epic Games key, GOG key, or whatever else. But if you scroll down, you're gonna see key shops. Key shops are basically, again, another third-party key resellers, but they are not official. And there are a bunch of them, like Instant Gaming, CD Keys, Kinguin, HRK, G2A, Enaba, and bunch of others. And they all have different prices. Now, what gg.deal is actually doing for you is they're actually evaluating all of those third-party key resellers and give you the number of risks with each and every one of them. Like, for example, if you're gonna go with the key reseller like Instant Gaming, it will show you three different risks. And one is that the source of the key is unknown, and this usually is true for every key shop. The second is optional fee on a checkout, which actually increases the final price. And the third is that EU VAT will be added at the checkout. So if you're buying from EU, so basically you're gonna have a higher price. And some key shops can have even more risks. Like, for example, Kinguin has 8 risks. Like, for example, the fact that Kinguin is actually a marketplace, basically where the people are selling the keys themselves, like, for example, through eBay. It's also said that Kinguin is selling through Steam Gifts, which is actually in violation of terms of services of Steam, and things like that. So what you need to do is you need to find the lowest risk key reseller, but also for an optimal price. Like, for example, if you're gonna see the key for really low price, but the risks are high, well, it's all up to you whether you want to take risks or not. In my opinion, you should not. And the website, like, for example, CD Keys, again, not sponsored, have no affiliation with those guys, has only one risk, which is unknown source of the key, and the price is actually pretty cheap as well. And I actually bought the key on that website the other day, and it was actually perfectly fine. Also, gg.deals has SteamDB like price chart history, so we can actually be able to see see how prices have been changing for official shops and for the key shops. You also get some additional information like from how long to beat, like how long the game actually takes to beat, some DLCs that you can get, some bundles that you can get, and things like that. And it's actually a pretty great website if you want to buy the keys for the cheapest price. Now, important distinction, and I want you to understand. If you're living in countries where the Steam price is actually much lower, like for example for me, there is very high chance that even through key shops, the price of the game will not be lower than the lowest recorded price on Steam itself. And I have seen this numerous times. The only reason why I sometimes buy from key shops is because I missed the sales, or I didn't have money for the sales or things like that, and I just pay few extra dollars to just buy the game at whatever time that I want. Again, it's actually quite risky, so do it at your own risk. Also, GG.deals have an access for Xbox and PlayStation keys, so you can get those games there as well. And the last method, but kinda least or not least depending on what you want, is you can actually check the other stores. And by the stores I mean like Epic Store, GOG, or Microsoft Store. I do not always suggest you to go with an Epic Store because yeah, their prices are not very competitive with Steam. That's of course depending on the region. I suggest you to go with the GOG if you're buying older games because they have DRM-free versions of those games. And yeah, they usually have the DRM-free versions of other games as well, which is pretty great. And I suggest you to go with the Microsoft Store if you have a PC Game Pass because you're gonna get an additional discount on the games. Other than that, this is how I buy games, and well, now you know how you can do that as well. And if you want to buy games and you really don't know what games to buy, you can watch my 27 best PC games list right here, or watch another 27 best PC games right here. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe right here as well. This will be for today. Thanks for being here with me, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care.